Miracles We Have Seen, Chapter 28. Miracle of the Tavern Owner. His name was Bill. He operated a tavern in Sheridan, Indiana. He did not like preachers. He was the embittered son of a Wesleyan pastor who died at a very young age and left Bill desolate and disillusioned with religion and God. Bill carried a chip on his shoulder. He was difficult to approach, unless perhaps he was under the influence of alcohol. His mannerisms were brusque and profane, but Bill had a praying mother that exerted a great influence on her son's life. He also had a brother named Barry, who was a pastor. This duo of godly relatives counterbalanced Bill's anti-church demeanor. When he was in their company, he would restrict his speech and behavior. Those who knew him felt that deep inside Bill admired and respected his mom and brother. However, there were deep scars from his childhood that seemed to dictate his behavior and mannerisms. Most local pastors were aware of the chip on Bill's shoulder. They knew of his quick temper and acid tongue that would make the bravest cringe. Few Christians dared to give witness to Bill or to invite him to their church. Then one day he became ill and was admitted to the Riverview Hospital in Noblesville, Indiana. The prognosis was serious, but not grim. Bill would need some special medical treatment and might require surgery. His mother and pastor brother felt that he needed to talk to a chaplain or minister. That is why Barry called me. He might curse you, Barry warned, but I hope and pray that he will allow you to pray with him, he added. I made plans to visit Bill that same evening. I felt a sense of nervousness as I drove to Riverview Hospital. What would I say to him? What if he forces me to leave his bedside? This and many other questions crowded in my mind as I took the elevator to his floor. Bill was courteous and invited me to his bedside. We talked about many things we had in common. It so happened that he was a friend of one of my brothers. His brother Barry and I had done ministry together for a number of years. This gave us some common ground. After several minutes of small talk, I felt that I should approach Bill about his eternal soul, to encourage him to commit his life to Christ. But how? What could I say? He would be prepared to rebuff any ordinary religious remarks. Then an idea flashed into my mind. I knew that Bill enjoyed the game of golf. He and my brother had played some together. I had been the high school golf coach in the area for several years. I realized that we had more common ground. Bill, I'm getting older. And I said, one day I will leave this world and go to heaven. I hope to coach a golf team up there, I added. Then someday you will die, and I hope you will join me there. And you can be on my team. It sounded corny and inappropriate. I could not believe my eyes when Bill began to weep. He reached his hand out to me. I led him in the sinner's prayer. Bill, the tavern owner, was born again. We embraced. We laughed. We vowed that we would meet in heaven one day. We both knew that we had witnessed a miracle. I said good night to Bill and promised to come see him the following day. Those final moments with Bill proved to be his last opportunity to make a clear decision. Within a few hours, he suffered a near-fatal stroke. He had never recovered from that attack, which affected his speech as well as his ability to walk or to even think clearly. He became as a small child in his mannerisms. It was virtually impossible to understand his speech, but one thing was very apparent. Bill was a true born-again child of God. He could not wait for me to pray with him. He would jabber incoherently and point to the sky with a great smile on his face. He wanted my WWJD bracelet that became my fraternity symbol. When I would ask him if he loved Jesus, he would break into a serious expression, look up, and then add a small profanity of D. right. Then we would embrace and burst into laughter. Bill died a few months ago. I was able to attend his funeral. I will meet Bill Fawcett one day in heaven. He will have a new body and mind. If we will laugh together, perhaps we will play some golf. When I ask him if he still loves Jesus, I think he will shout with joy and exultation. He will then most likely, in his familiar, characteristic shout, darn right, our laughter will go across the wide expanse of paradise. There are many people like Bill in our society. While they may wear a mark of indifference or dislike for Christianity, yet deep inside there is an insatiable hunger for Christ. Let's see the common ground that might provide a bridge for them to experience our Lord. Will you seek to become a bridge builder for Jesus?